makes most women start a business? Is it passion, money, or freedom? Welcome to Female Founders, the podcast that takes you behind the scene with women who are founders and CEOs to help you start and scale a successful business of your own. I am your host, Nagelia de Ravin. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Female Founders. In this episode, we are going to have a conversation with Delasia Napier, founder and CEO of Sunflower Media. Delasia is a digital marketing professional who discovered her love for the field during her college days. She provides digital marketing, including social media, content creation, and email marketing. Ready to get some marketing tips? Let's get to the conversation. Easy to find someone like yourself starting a business at that age. Can you start by telling us your childhood, what happened in school, and what's inspired you to get started?
Yes, so growing up in, the early 2000s, it was kind of like a awkward stage because, when we see Black women at that time, we really didn't see that many dark-skinned women. And of course, when we did see some dark-skinned women on TV or in TV shows, they were always portrayed as like these ugly ghetto Black girls. That's a stereotype that they always put on us. So, of course, when I was growing up, I really didn't have that much confidence because, of course, I never really seen any girls that look like me on TV. So, not being the beauty standard definitely played a big role into why I didn't have confidence growing up. Okay, so yeah, growing up, I didn't really see anybody that looked like me, and I used to get bullied as well. People used to always say, your hair looks like a bushy tree, you look like somebody from the '80s, your hair is ugly. And it was people that look like me, and also I used to get bullied for my skin color as well because when I was younger, I did used to be not a little bit darker, but I definitely did used to be darker because I used to be outside all the time. Of course, back in the early 2000s and stuff, nobody had phones, so I was outside playing with my friends. Of course, I was darker than what I am now, so um you know not really seeing any girls that look like me and then being bullied on top of that, it really did take a toll on me and my confidence. And as I brought it to my mom, she's the one that really helped me gain confidence. And something that she told me that always stuck with me, is like, just love yourself as you are and don't listen to what other people. And honestly, when you stop listening to all the negative things that people tell you, you just like really just start to focus on yourself and not what not living for other people, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So once I stopped listening to people, I was like, okay, I'm slowly starting to gain confidence, but I wasn't 100% there. So yeah, I didn't like to wear my natural hair, and my mom could tell you like I would literally sneak in her bathroom and like would straighten my hair. I would always have my hair done. Like every single 2 weeks or a week, I would either flat iron my hair myself or go to the salon and get my hair flat ironed or put it in some braids. I would never wear my natural hair out. So all of that was just taking a toll on my hair. So that's when, this is when YouTube was starting to come up and I started to watch a lot of hair tutorials. So then I really like that's when I was like, okay, I'm really starting to like curly hair because I will watch a lot of curly hair tutorials and how to get your hair back to a good healthy state because my hair was so damaged. I used to look up a whole bunch of like videos on different hair masks and different hairstyles that is good for natural hair, and I'm like, okay, I'm really starting to love my natural hair, so let me see if I can find any books or anything out there that teaches girls like a step by step on how to have confidence because that is something that is very important. So I couldn't find anything out there. So, I was just like, I want to recreate my own book and help us Black girls learn that we need to be confident and love who we are because I see it is a reoccurring thing in the Black community where I feel like almost every single Black girl goes through a phase where they don't exactly know who they are because society always tells us that, we're not cute, our hairstyles are unprofessional, they're ghetto, this and that and the third, our hair alone, is just not acceptable or whatever the case may be. I wanted to teach us Black girls that, you're beautiful no matter what, and you don't have to listen to people. So once I seen that it was nothing out there, I was like, okay, I definitely want to make a change for people who went through the same thing as me because I know how that feels to, not have that confidence and to not have that self-love. And it's something that you need to have in life.
I have to say I agree with you on that. And also I wanna say if mommy is listening, thank you. Thank you for giving her that advice because she needed it.
Yes,
Um
definitely.
we we all go through a lot as a black woman, even growing up, it's the same thing. It's trying to get as a woman, it's one trying to actually fit in, and you become like being a black woman, it's even double the problem. So I
Yeah.
understand exactly where you come from. So how old were you when you launched Curlanista?
Curlanista. I launched that when I was 11 years old. Um, so basically, I wrote the book first in my journal. I know it's somewhere around here, but I wrote the book first in my journal, and then I brought it to my mom. I was like, "Look, mom, look what I made," and she was like, "Lexi, this is actually something that's really good." So, like, she was like, "Do you really want to turn this into a real book?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" So, we found an illustrator, and what was just like so beautiful about this book as well is that it's also a coloring book. So that way anybody could make the character themselves because like I said, I know how that feels not to be included as a dark skinned girl, as a brown skinned girl. So that's why I made my book into a coloring book so other girls, no matter what color you are, you're light skin, dark skin, brown skin, whatever, you can make the character yourself and make it feel personal to you. So, yeah, that's just how that went about.
But after that, you also add hair products into the company, right?
Yes. So, I want to say about 2017, 2018. As I mentioned earlier, I am a STEM girl. Well, I didn't mention that earlier, but yes, I am a STEM girl. And like I was saying earlier, I watch a lot of videos on hair care products, how to take care of your hair, the hair mask. And as I was going through that journey, I did a lot of research on curly hair and like what to look for in your hair care products. And like I said, I used to make my own hair care products at one point too, like my own little hair mask. So I was like, you know what? I want to make my own hair care products because when I would go to, the hair beauty shows, you know what those are like when they have a whole bunch of brands there and those hair beauty shows like Bronner Brothers, Ubiquitous. I used to go to a lot of those and people will always compliment my hair. So I'm like, I'm also really passionate into hair. As you can see, I love to do my hair into different hairstyles. Like, that's just something that I personally love. So I was like, you know what? I can tie this into my business as well. So that's how I came about the hair care products. I went to a chemist and then I told him, what I wanted in my hair care products because I already did all the research. I already knew what I wanted, how I wanted the hair products to feel. Like I already had like this vision and idea in my head. So I went to him and, I told him everything. And, he gave me different samples and I tried it on my hair, my friend's hair, my mom's hair, and whatever ones I liked, that's one I picked. And that's how I got my own hair care products now.
That is amazing. Can you imagine being 11 years old, being bullied at school, and have no self confidence, and then starting your own business? It's amazing. So you are creating hope for all black girls, and like you said, brown, pink, yellow, whatever you want to call yourself. You are
Yeah.
creating, you're giving them hope. out there so that they can actually say, you know what, I don't have to listen to you bullies. You don't have to tell me I'm not pretty because I know I am. So I appreciate that you are doing that. You have one that's it's like a girl friendly style, that's what you use in your marketing when you're marketing. So what is exactly that girl friendly style? Because I see you use that a lot.
Girl friendly? What do you mean? Like you mean I'm more targeted towards girls?
Yeah, because let's say for example, me, I have a son that is I have hair just like you, a lot of hair. So would you say your products will be a boy that's have hair will be able to use it similar to your
Oh,
hair?
yes. So boys are a lot. I mean, of course, boys can use my hair care products, and my own friends that are boys use my hair care products as well. But like I said, I'm more targeted towards girls because us girls, we have it hard alone, and just like that famous quote, the most hated person in America is the black woman. It is already hard enough being a woman. We're always held up to these high standards. Like, if your hair is not done, then you're not put together. If you don't take care of yourself, then you're not going to be looked as this attractive girl. As where guys, they can walk around being musty and do whatever they want. But of course, us girls, we have to make sure that we always have to shave, make sure that our nails are done, make sure this and that and the third. And the reason why I target towards us black women so much is, one, we already get so much hate within our community alone. With black men, I see it every single day, especially with these podcasts nowadays. I don't know if you see it, but it's like we get so much hate within our community and outside of our community. And another reason is us black women, we are the only people in the world who has to have a law in order to wear our hair the way that we want to. Because so many young black girls are getting their hair cut off in school because they said, it is, too distracting, or, some people, when they go to job interviews, some people won't even like let them get a job interview because their hair might be in box braids or whatever. And I actually just seen this TikTok earlier where this girl said, her boss said that she was gonna fire her if she didn't take out her box braids that she had. So that's why I
Wow.
target towards black women so much. And the reason why that's the reason why I target towards black women, because we always sit here and get degraded by everyone, even people in our own community. And it's hard because people sit up here and tell us that we're ugly, it's unprofessional, this and that and third. But now people are turning around trying to do the same thing. So it just kind of leaves you in this place where it's like, it's a trend to be a black girl, but to actually be a black girl is not a good thing. So especially now with social media, I feel like what I do, not it's not what I feel like, but especially, yeah, what I do is very, very, very needed. Especially with social media now, we can always just look online and start to compare ourselves to other people. And like I said, if we're on TikTok, I see all the time people are bashing us black women. So it's just very important that we instill in our young girls at a young age to know that you're beautiful and don't ever compare yourself to anybody, especially us dark skin and brown skin girls. I know you can relate. I'm sorry, I
Absolutely.
have to go.
I relate to all. You have a network and it's very popular, the network you created. What is the secret behind it?
So the secret behind it is, me telling my tips in the business, and how to start your business and actually how to have a successful business, because I know it is hard having a business and you're like, okay, where do I start? What do I even do? Because you can have this wonderful business, but it's all about how you market and how you approach yourself to people. You always want to make sure that you set yourself different from other people. So I tell my experience and I teach other young girls how to what am I trying to say, how to move forward with your business, or what do you want to do with your business and how do you want to approach it, so the girl boss network is all about business related stuff, because I wish I had that too. Somebody, if you want to start a business, there's a lot of things that go into a business. People always just see the final product, but there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the products and whatever the case may be.
I absolutely agree with you on that. It's not a one person job. It's a lot of work, a lot of not sleeping, a lot of headache, and a lot of frustration. So pretty
Yes.
much, if I understand correctly, the network you teach other girls to how to start their business, and you also offer your support to them so that they know they are not alone doing it.
Yes, yes.
What can I say? Because we need more girls to start their own business because we need to beat men in business. We have to get
Oh yeah.
that.
Oh yes, because us women, I don't even have to say too much because like us women are just powerful. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of amazing women behind the scenes that don't get credited. So I 100% agree with you on that.
Yes, you are right. Why do you tell young girls to embrace curls?
I tell young girls to embrace their curls because it is beautiful. Like I said, our hair is like so beautiful. Black girl magic is absolutely real. Who else's hair can you flat on and just add water to it and it gets back to like this? That alone is just magic. It's literally magic. Your hair can go from straight to curly. We can do anything with our hair. And with being a curlanista, you don't always have to wear your hair out. A curlanista is just somebody that appreciates their natural hair and understands, why it is important to love and take care of your natural hair. Our hair is our crown, you know, because um with black hair, we can do a lot of stuff with it. We could put it in weaves, we could put it in box braids, we can leave it out, we can put it in ponytails. We can do pretty much with anything without it. And that, let alone, is just black girl magic. And I see so many people who talk so much stuff about black women all day and then turn around and want to do the same thing as us. And that alone just says a lot. That says a lot about us black women and how much of an impact we have on people.
I agree. One thing that was very interesting. I was at the post office, and there's that beautiful white girl, and her hair was like a black person. And
Mhm.
I was curious. I was just too curious, and I said, "Your hair is beautiful." She said, "Thank you. I'm wearing a black hair," and I'm like, "Why?" She said, "It's nice. It's beautiful. You just tell me my hair is beautiful. That's why I'm wearing it." And it was kind of like, "So you got your hair done from a black person?" She said, "Yes. A black lady got my hair done every single month. Like a black person. I braid it, I put wigs on it, I do different things just to look like a black girl." And it was surprising for me that a white girl was trying to be like a black girl. And I was like, okay, that's new. I guess I can get used to
Yes.
that.
You see, like that's what I'm talking about now. It is very backwards because of course, um I don't want to say back in the day, but of course, a couple of years ago, it wasn't acceptable for us to wear our hair out and natural in our workspaces. And even now, people are getting curly perms, people are getting box braids and stuff. And not only is it cultural appropriation, and people don't understand the meaning behind braids and the meaning behind our hairstyles, and it's just honestly frustrating every single day because as black women, we have to defend ourselves and we have to tell people like, you know, y'all cannot wear our hairstyles. One, because it's cultural appropriation. Y'all tell us our hair is ugly and unprofessional and then turn around and do the same thing. And another thing is not meant for your hair. With curly hair, people get it mixed up. Just because your hair is wavy doesn't mean it's curly. This is curly hair. What me and our hair is curly hair. Looser type curls is called wavy hair. It's not curly hair. What we have is thick curly hair. And box braids and stuff, it is meant for our hair because our hair is thick. We can take that. People that have looser curls or people that have straight hair, y'all cannot wear our hairstyles. Y'all cannot wear heavy box braids because it's too heavy for your hair. Your hair is very thin. So, if you wash your hair in its natural straight and it's like straight, some people then when they wash their hair and they have curly hair and it looks straight, but then when it dries, it's curly. Your hair is way too thin for box braids and all this other stuff because it is too much on your hair. Not only did we tell you guys not to wear our hair because it's cultural appropriation, but one, because it's not meant for your hair. We're trying to help y'all because over time, if you have really thin hair, it's not good to get box braids and stuff like that that is really heavy on your hair because it's not a protective style for you. Just like when people they have straight hair, it's not good for them to like comb their hair while it's wet. Versus us, it's like the best thing. Our hair is the works the best when it's wet. So it's like not everything that applies to us applies to y'all. And I wish people will understand that. But if they want to be bald and be a couple if they want to copy us, that's fine because you can never outdo the doer. But you know what I mean? It's only but so much you can do.
I agree with you on that, but it's just kind of like for me when I see that it's kind of like, so you're trying to be me, so okay.
Yes.
I don't know why you want to be me because I want to hell to be me, but that's fine by me. Welcome to the club. And
Exactly.
it's like you said, their hair is very thin. It's right. It's when you touch it, you feel it. It's too soft and it's too. I don't know. It's just something is missing. It's not hard enough to actually even fight anything. So
Exactly.
I think you're absolutely right. The other question I have for you: what would you say is your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement is one, getting my hair care products into stores, and two, knowing that I'm helping girls every single day. Moms constantly, tell me that, I've helped their daughter so much. And recently, actually, back in February, I went to this predominantly white school in Miami, and I talked to the girls there about, my business and, what I do and why it's important to embrace, your black friends and not really make fun of them because, the teachers there were telling me, that the girls, they were mm, treating the black girls different. And I saw one of the moms and she told me like, thank you so much for just coming and talking because you've helped my daughter so much want to embrace her curls even more. And that's why I love doing what I do because like I said, it's people that look like me that bullied me. So I can only imagine what these girls might be going through when they go to when they go to schools and they're different. And us black women, we already have a harder time. So what I'm doing is just such an amazing thing because I know when I was younger, I would want to have the same thing. I would want to have a person that I can look up to and something that I can read from that is like, yes, I can definitely reside with this and this is who I am naturally. So I need to learn how to embrace this and love it because you can't change your natural self at all. No matter how much you want to perm your hair, it's still going to grow back as curly in the roots. So, you can never exactly change yourself.
Absolutely agree. So if I understand correctly, when take giving this girl joy make you happy, seeing that you are helping
Yeah,
one young girl at a time to not go through what you went through.
yes. That alone just brings me joy and it makes me so happy and it makes me proud of myself because that was honestly my end goal was to help people that were going through the same thing as me. So knowing that I am helping people that went through the same thing as me and might be going through the same thing as me is just an amazing thing.
Absolutely. You started your business at the age of 11. How old are you now?
I'm 17 years old.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So where can people find your products? Which stores that carry
hmm
it?
So my hair care products are in select Sally Beauty stores. They are currently in 88 of Sally Beauty stores. If you guys want to go into a Sally Beauty and across the US as of now, I think it might be in only one store in Canada, I believe. But if you guys want to find out what store is nearest to you, you guys can go to my website curlanistas.com, and it says like all where the 88 stores are. And also, you guys can go on sallybeauty.com. My hair care products are on there. Or you guys can go on my website and order directly from me, and that is curlanistas.com. Curlanistas.
So you have achieved success at a very young age. You know, not everyone start a business at 11 years old and become successful. So how does it
Mhm.
feel to be successful at such a young age?
It feels amazing to be successful, but I honestly feel like I could be way further, and I have so much high expectations for myself. So does my mom, so does my grandmother, so does people around me. So knowing that I'm doing good now, I know that later on in life I'm going to be great and even better.
Absolutely. Did you face any problem when starting your business?
Yes, of course, with starting a business, it is not always rainbows and sunshine. There are going to be those days when you want to give up, but you can't. You know, it's not a problem starting a business, but actually pursuing it and being becoming successful in your business is not always easy. So you can't just give up when one thing doesn't go right. Or one time I auditioned for the show, and I didn't get the show that I wanted, so I wanted to give up. And I my mom was like, "No, girl, you're not going to give up. You're going to keep going. And God has something even better for me." So just because one small inconvenience, or you may get disencouraged sometimes, but you always have to keep going. You know that you
Agreed.
always have to keep going with anything. You can't just like give up just because you feel like it. You have to finish everything you do.
What are your future plans?
My future plans is to expand my hair care line. Also, I really want to get into acting and modeling. That has always been my passion. And I really want to be a successful what is that called, influencer. I'm an influencer right now, but I'm really working my way up to being one of the top influencers. I love making videos. I love taking pictures for companies and stuff. So that's just what I'm like basically working on now, is my actual self. But I really do see my business going really far, and I really want to be, the next person that people can like be look up to, and the next big role model.
You know what? You are already doing that.
Yes.
You are already doing it. Either people see you as Oprah, or see you as Beyonce, or see you as just a normal girl every single day. You are already making that change. So, and I know
Yeah.
that when you get older, you're just gonna be. All I can say is, United States, watch out for her because she's going to kill ya.
Yep.
So
Definitely.
you're just gonna rock it, and I know you are going to be a lot more successful, and even a bigger company with a lot of people working for you. It's it's just in you, and you also have a great mother that's have your back, and I don't think that failure is in your blood. It's not at all.
Definitely not
So
at all.
what is your message to young girls today?
My message to young girls is to keep going. Whatever you want to do in life, know that you can do it. Um, what else? If you want to start your own business, if you have a dream, anything, pursue it. Do your research, watch YouTube videos. We have such an advantage with social media now. Use social media to your advantage. Use everything, your resources, your resources. Girl, what? Resources. There you go. Use your resources. Don't ever give up on yourself. if I can tell young girls anything, is don't ever give up on yourself. Always, always, always chase after anything that you want to go. Whether you want to be a lawyer, doctor, actress, model, business owner, anything. Don't ever give up on yourself. Do your research, use social media, and stay in your own lane too. Don't compare yourself to anybody. I love to always tell people, stay in your own lane. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't ever give up, and just, keep going.
Keep on going. And then if at the end you need some support, you know who to reach out to.
You know who to call, Miss Lexi.
What will be your last anything else you would like to share with everyone?
I pretty much said everything, but if you guys want to go ahead and support me, my Instagram is Curlanistas. That is Curlanistas. If you guys want to support my hair care products, this is the name of it, curlanistas.com. You guys can go to Sally Beauty Select, Sally Beauty Stores, and get my hair care products as well. My TikTok and my main page Instagram is officially Lexi P, so is my YouTube. Like I said, I was an influencer as well. So yeah, if you guys need any business ideas or anything, you guys can always DM me or whatever the case may be. Email me, and I got y'all. Or even join my boss network, because yeah, I drop some great things for you guys.
I just love you, Lexi. You are awesome.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having this interview with me, and I appreciate. I know you are super busy, supporting other women, young girls out there that needs your help, and I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me.
Yes, thank you so much for having me today. I had a wonderful time talking to you as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
This was an amazing conversation. I feel like I went back to being 16 again. It's amazing to see that young girls becoming entrepreneurs, founders, and we need more of that in this world. We need a lot more young girls, a lot more moms to support the girls to become something like that, because they are the future of our next generation. One thing I learned from this conversation is that age does not define who we are or what we can do or not. If you find a gap and build a passion for it, feel it. Just go for it. Make it happen. You can make a difference at any age, just like Lexi did. From being bullied by other people to becoming an author, speaker, founder, and a young influencer to other girls, Lexi is making a big difference. Lexi teaches us that it is possible to make a difference in this world at any age. So if you have a passion for something, just go for it. Don't let your age stop you from doing it. And if you are young, ask your parents for help. I'm sure they will help you. Let's support our young entrepreneurs because they are the future of our next generation. Need a speaker for your event? Reach out to the Lexi team for help. They can help you, and Lexi will be a great speaker to motivate your audience. Thank you, Lexi, for taking the time to have this conversation with me, and thank you for listening to this week's episode. Let me know your thoughts about this episode and what age did you start your entrepreneurship journey. To learn more about Lexi and Curlanistas, visit www.curlanistas.com. Thank you for listening to Female Founders Podcast. That's it for this week's episode. Be sure to follow us on your favorite podcast app or connect with us on womel.com so that you don't miss our next episode. See you next time. Bye for now.